Nika, does it feel like all the energy you've had to put into getting through all the mental obstacles and all the adversity kind of hits a low point every once in a while, and maybe that was today? Coach said you just didn't have the energy to make up for missed shots and things like that.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like with what we've been going through, there has to be days like this. I mean, I feel like we just have to make sure that those days are like as rare as possible, but we understand that days like this are gonna come, and today was that day. But I feel like also, it came from our shoot around today, the way we just didn't have it, the energy, something was just off in the shoot around. So, of course stuff like that is gonna translate into games. So now we know, and like it's a learning experience, and we're not gonna let that happen again.
Can you describe your time with Tina Charles yesterday, what that was like, and what were some of your takeaways from it?
Yeah, it was great to play against a pro, having her in practice. She kind of already knew the drills and stuff that we were doing, and kind of reminiscing that way, but matching up against her was great for me individually, and then us as a team. She's very vocal, and also she made her presence known down low, so it helped me work on my defense against a bigger, taller matchup, and then also offensively trying to get buckets on her, which I did. That's okay.
Did she give you any particular piece of advice that kind of stuck with you, or any words of encouragement that you remember?
Yeah, just like keep being dominant, and being a team player, and really bringing the team together, because it's a long season, she's been through it and she knows, but as long as we get through it together, then that we can succeed at anything we do.
Maggie? For Dorka, you see, what was it like playing with Tina as well?
I mean, it's been great. I think it was, we heard that she's coming, we got all excited. Even like our practice players, like, oh my God, we're gonna have, Tina Charles on our practice team. So it was very exciting for all of us. And I think, as Aaliyah said, just for all of us post, like, it was a great, preparation even for me, stepping into a professional league next year, just kind of getting that presence and kind of playing against, one of the best to ever play in that position. So it's been definitely great. She said she's gonna come back soon, so we were excited about that. But just learning from her and just listening to her and just see how she moves offensively, defensively was definitely a pleasure. And it's great that we can have players like her coming back to our practice.
Can you just talk about what the feeling was on the court when Azzi went out again, and does she seem like she's okay, or do you guys just at this point just kind of a whatever happens happens kind of mentality?
Well, of course, like anytime one of my teammates goes down, has to leave the floor, obviously, it's not a great feeling. It's actually a terrible feeling. As I think everybody would agree with that, but I feel like I always say we're kind of used to that, which is, I don't know if that's a good thing to say or a bad thing to say, but we are kind of used to it, and we're just always hopeful still, and hopefully she's gonna be okay. I hope it's nothing serious, but we'll hear from the doctors, and just gonna pray for her. She's gonna be fine.
For any of you guys, Georgetown had hung around in the game to be able to go on that run in the fourth quarter and really create some separation. Was there kind of a sense of relief in that, and what do you think changed to allow you guys to really put the game away?
I just think that fourth quarter, we did let up a little bit, but coming into the second half, what our mindset was bringing that energy and being the aggressor, because we didn't do that in the first half. So we did slip up a bit in the fourth, but I think just holding out that last 4 minutes or so, and then just getting takeaways from the game and learning from our mistakes and moving forward, trying to limit those mistakes that we made today.
What's your level of confidence, your level of aggressiveness now versus maybe the first 2 years of UConn?
It's definitely high. It's definitely up there. I think that this season, just doing the things I do well and being consistent about it, it's really my mindset.
Nika, when you play a game when you don't play as well as you would hope, are you glad that you have a game in 2 days, or would you rather have another day off? And a second part of that, if you don't mind, what are you expecting from Seton Hall? Because you've already played them once, and you think it'd be a different kind of game, being down there.
No, I feel like we're definitely glad to have the other game as soon as possible, because, well, me personally, I'm angry with how today's game went, even though we won. I mean, even with us playing not that good, like, we still won. Like, I feel like, that says something about this team, but we're definitely glad to have another game as soon as possible, just so we can fix the things as soon as possible, And about Seton Hall, I mean, they're a great team. I feel like, playing them on the road is going to be hard. We're going to need all of us, to play our best game, to play our regular games, just the usual how we play, not like today. So I'm expecting a great matchup and a good road game.